Welcome back to Midday. We have Barbara Nederpel joining us. And thanks for being here, Barb, President of the Kamloops and District Labour Council, among many other things. Yeah. But we do want to talk to you, just you wearing that hat today regarding the Labor Day picnic. Right. Before we get to that, though, Barb, I do have to talk to you, just like I did with Peter, about Terry Lake's announcement yesterday. Of course, him announcing that he will not run for a third consecutive term representing the BC Liberals. You have declared your candidacy for the NDP in the Kamloops North Thompson. Right. And I remember you saying when you did announce that you weren't quite sure at that point, and none of us really were, whether Terry would run again. Right. Hearing that he's not, what's your reaction?
Well, I have a great amount of respect for Terry. It's, you know, being a politician in any regard is a difficult job. And he certainly put his heart and soul into it. So I have a great amount of respect for that. We certainly do not agree on a lot of different issues, especially in his role as health minister. But I do nonetheless respect the work that he's done.
Yeah, so you won't be running up against him.
No.
You know,
it would have made for a really great debate.
I bet.
But that's okay. There's many other topics that me and whoever I end up going against will be able to talk about.
And Stephen Pahalo announcing today, this morning, that he will seek the nomination in, you know, I guess in place of Terry, just one day after he announces that. Your feelings on that he will be the guy?
No, that's great. You know, you never know. Maybe other people will show up as well. Again, I'm really interested in talking about the issues. I'm talking about the record. Yeah. I want to talk about what the BC Liberals have planned for British Columbia and see if they can actually do something, because they haven't. So far, you know, what they've promised us, LNG, Doctors for Me, all of these things aren't really materializing for British Columbians. So it's, yeah, I'm ready to talk about the issues with whoever it is.
Great. All right, Barb, well, let's talk about the Labor Day picnic, just because we're heading into the Labor Day long weekend, and that's primarily why we wanted to have you on the show. Where is this taking place? Is it at McDonald Park again this year?
It's at McDonald Park. It's from 11 o'clock in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, rain or shine, so hopefully the weather does get a little bit better than it is right now. And it's a fantastic day. We had our largest...
We do have pictures, yeah.
Oh, good. That was the largest turnout we've ever had, was over 400 people last year, and I expect with the new water park being there that we'll have even more. Yeah. But this is our 60th anniversary, so we're going all out this year. We have just tons of free giveaways. There's, you know, like anything from water bottles to Gore-Tex jackets. There's literally hundreds of things that we're giving away. Like all of the bouncy castles, everything is free, mini donuts and popcorn, and...
How could you not go for those?
Exactly. We have the TRU Wolf Pack there. Yeah, it's going to be a whole lot of fun, and lots of free entertainment as well.
And would you explain the Labor Day weekend or the Labor Day picnic as really just sort of celebrating working people in our region?
Absolutely. We're celebrating the people in your neighborhood, essentially, and the work that we do. Canadian Labour has a long history of advocating for things that we all enjoy. And that can be, you know, obviously like the 8-hour workday to maternity benefits. Right. And we've certainly been getting some real traction this year around some issues. Increasing the Canada Pension Plan. Right. We've been advocating for over a decade so that people who spend a lifetime working can actually retire with dignity. So we have some commitment from the federal government on that. We're also advocating on banning the import and export of asbestos. The last mine is closed, so there's no job loss possible. So this is an excellent time to ban the export. We have great Canadian manufacturers that are creating asbestos alternatives products, so that, you know, it'll actually improve the economy for Canada. So now's the time to get rid of that. And 2,000 people die every single year in Canada from asbestos. It is in this day and age. It's crazy. And then finally, it's the fight for 15. There was a time, you know, my parents, you know, fell madly in love in high school, and right out of high school, my dad wanted to make a home for his, you know, his girlfriend, and then they wanted to get married. So he got a full-time job at, like, you know, just doing basic sweeping the floors, housekeeping at the Algoma Steel plant in Sault Ste. Marie.
Oh, okay.
And within a year, he was able to start his family. They got married, they had a baby, and put a down payment on a house. Now that simply isn't a reality
You cannot
nowadays.
do that anymore.
Not even close. And that wasn't all that long ago.
Yeah.
So what we're fighting for is a $15 minimum wage. And this is the largest international grassroots movement of my generation.
Are we still the lowest in
We
in the
are
country?
currently in the
Yeah.
country. Again, this isn't, we'll bump up every once in a while, but we just seem to sink right down below. And a full-time worker, if you're lucky enough to get full-time work, is still $6,000 below the poverty line. And so, yeah, you're finding people that are working 2 and 3 and sometimes even more jobs just to make ends meet. And 2/3 of the people that have problems with food insecurity actually work.
Wow.
So yeah, we need to do a lot better, and raising that minimum wage is probably one of the most important things we could do to end the poverty crisis that we have in BC.
Yeah, we wonder why we have such a high poverty rate in BC, because BC is not a cheap province to live
It's
in,
not.
right?
No.
So the fact that our minimum wage is so low is quite surprising.
Absolutely, yeah. It's definitely time to bump that
So
up.
what do we do about that? I mean, what are some, is there something specific that the Labor Board can do, or
Well,
is it just the fight?
Well, the minimum wage is something that the provincial government has control over, and this consistently us being the lowest in the country, as when we're supposedly having the strongest economy, just doesn't make economic sense to me. And the people that have money in their pocket, they're the ones that stimulate the economy. They're the ones out spending in the community. They're creating a tax base that provides all of the public services that we all enjoy. So it just makes good economic sense.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thanks, Barb. Appreciate that. And we just want to reiterate that the Labor Day picnic is happening this weekend at McDonald Park. Did I ask you which day? Is it on Monday?
That's Monday.
It is
Labor
on
Day.
Labor Day, on actual Labor Day. Okay,
September
I think
5th.
by Monday the weather will be better.
I'm
I think we're
hoping.
good. All right. Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back on Midday. Stay with us.